Hello friends, this is Ifa. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to share my bullet journal setup for May 2025. I know I am very late to upload this video, but as you can hear from my voice is not that good because I had some health issues and my voice was gone due to a severe respiratory illness. So basically I tried my best to talk in this video as far as I can, and there is nothing that much to explain, so I am going to keep the video very short than the usual videos that I make. So basically for me, I have chosen a theme that was suggested by a follower of Instagram in my broadcast channel, and basically I have asked them about some ideas which they want to see me making on my May bullet journal, and they gave me a lot of ideas, and I kind of brainstormed everything and sorted out 3 of them, and then I asked in my Patreon page both of my free Patreon member and paid Patreon member to select one of them, and basically it was a tie in the end, but in the first half of the voting it was the device or gaming device or tech inspired theme, and in my head I had to make a gaming world including the gaming devices. Here I wanted to make my own gaming world, but it was really tough at the beginning. But when I started making the digital arts for my patrons and also the die cut that I want to put on my shop and for my patron happy meal, it was going quite easy. And basically my thought and my idea for the gaming world is basically inspired from farming games, and here I just wanted to make it a little simpler and little springy to be honest. So my thought is to add some tulips into this theme, and there are 2 characters, like a bunny, fluffy bunny characters. They kind of running a shop, and also they produce flowers for a flower shop. So basically that's the theme thought, and here in this setup I'm gonna use the printables that I made for my Patreon because I was kind of very sick when I came back home from Korea, and it was quite difficult for me to go through a lot of stuff, so I just concentrated the mandatory thing that I have to do, which is making the printables for my patrons, because it was the most and primary thing that I put on my Patreon page. So when I came from Korea, it was already 21st and I had a very small time, but I got sick and I only could focus on one thing because I was very tired, and also I was very sick at that point that I cannot much on my table and create arts. That's why I only focused on the pattern printables in that period, and I was glad that I finally finished it in 26th, I believe. And for my May bullet journal setup, I wanted to use the printables here, and in this setup I am going to use a very small amount of colors because I have a bunch of printables that I can use here. So as my printables and sticker sheets were ready, I kind of matched the sticker sheet and journaling kit into 3 pages using the JPEG file, and I sort of print them out and also printed them in sticker papers so that I can cut them out and stick it in my bullet journal right away. But as I've used my silhouette machine, there were some missed cuts, and I had misprinted like 2 copies of each, so I was quite disturbed with that. That's why I didn't bother much to print again and waste another sticker sheet, to be honest. So here some of the cuts are hand cuts, so you may get to see that there are some miscuts and some problematic cuts that doesn't came out of the sticker sheet because it's kind of hand cut. And let's start with the cover page first. For the cover page, I wanted to include a dashboard and habit tracker page with the cover page. And here, as you can see, I have made a long art where the characters are visible and their houses and their shops are visible too. So I wanted to include that long illustration in the cover page along with some other printables such as a pattern paper, then also the header that I made with gaming font like the pixel font. Besides my cover page, I wanted to include a habit tracker and also a little bit of space where I can write all the to-dos or the tasks that I want to do in this month. Anyways, here I'm using some foiled star stickers, and everything I am going to use in this bullet journal setup is going to be listed in description. So if you're curious, you can visit the description box, and if you don't find anything there, let me know. So basically here I have used a brown fine liner, which is basically from Unipin pen, and I think it's almost running out, and it was my favorite so far. I've been using this for 2 years, and I think I have to get another Unipin fine liner in brown. And I've also used a highlighter from Zebra Mild Liner, and that's the pens or brush pen details. In the next spread, I am making the calendar page, and the calendar page is basically very small because I wanted to make this minimal, and I am going to go for 1-page calendar here. And basically, as you can see, I am spacing out 3.5 grid by 5 grid each for the days of this calendar. And for the dates, I wanted to go with this sticker washies, and it was a quite nice choice to go with, and I have used all the colors almost from this roll because it's quite similar to the scheme that I've gone, but I wish that I have similar green colored dotted stickers so that I can make it more cohesive, but it doesn't look that bad and I'm happy with it. Also, I have written the numbers with my Sakura Jelly Roll white gel pen, and it was looking very opaque and it was looking quite nice in the end. And that's the calendar layout. I will finish the rest of the spread later. Right now we're going to make another spread, which is basically my thoughts and tasks spread. Basically, in this task list, I am going to write all the contents or my work related tasks, and in the thoughts I will brain dump all the ideas that I want to write in May. Sometimes I feel like it's quite nice to have some printables, like it just makes my setup or spread really easy, but sometimes I feel a little guilty not to draw in my bullet journal because bullet journals are basically really creative, but I kind of miss drawing out something in my bullet journal. But I'm not that unhappy because the setup or the colors I've gone for the printables are quite nice, and I wanted to give it a go. And I love how the whole gaming world was turning out in these printables and how I was collaging them. And it's not that chaotic and it's very simple. That's why I was liking it very much. And the fonts that I use for the printables or the headers here are really cute, to be honest, and I'm glad that I found them, and it was looking very nice into this theme. For the header of the calendar, I kind of used these washi samples from the printables so that I can give a little bit of background to the headers. It didn't look quite well with the gray fine liner, that's why I'm adding this border or the outline of these letters, but I think if I have this sample a little bit broader, it might look more nice, but that's all right. I think it worked out pretty well. And that's the simple calendar comes thoughts page. So that's the second spread that I made for my May bullet journal, and the third spread that I'm going to make is my weekly spread. My weekly spread is going to be very simple because I'm using the printables. So here I do have two kind of headers, but one is miscut, so I wanted to use the second one. And basically in these printables you will get some samples for dates, and it's perfect to go with these headers, so I'm gonna use that too. Also in the right section we're going to have a to-do list. As you can see, it's already there, and in the left side we're going to have the mini calendar and some spaces for notes. So that's the weekly spread, and I didn't want to make this whole setup looks much fancy or chaotic, and I wanted to keep it very simple because I didn't have much time to set up my bullet journal, and my printables just came here and rescued me. If you're my patrons, I would like to thank you very much for all the support that you have given me so far. But here's a news that I want to share about the changes of my Patreon page. Basically, I had 5 tiers, but right now I'm going to make it 4, and there are some places where I am adding some extra benefits or alternative benefits, and there is also something that I'm cutting from another tier, and also it's going to be lower in price. And there will be one physical tier where I'm going to put exclusive sticker sheets and also a vinyl sticker. If the vinyl sticker is not possible to be outsourced, I'm going to make another sticker sheet for you, but the vinyl stickers are not going to be exclusive until we get 20 patrons on the physical tiers. I hope that makes sense because there is a lot of things that has been changed. So if you're my Patreon, please read the current newsletter that I post recently, and if you're not, but if you're interested to be on my Patreon page, thank you very much for watching till the end. I know this video is not that important, or it doesn't contain the things that you might want to see from me, but I tried my best to put a plan with me video here for you. I hope you're having a great day, and stay safe, be healthy, and be safe. I'll see you in my next video. Bye guys.